Are you ready to believe and make it, friends? I know you are. We are looking at a February month, which is currently the red monthly candle for Bitcoin. But we know in 2017, there were similar hiccups early. So 2017, which we seem to be following that cycle, 2017 was a bit of a slow start in January, February for altcoins. But then when March hit in, it started really cracking up, really going up, started going on fire. So that's why we're just praying for that. I know we keep moving the goalposts, friends. And I know we've remember I made a video, man, repeating to you, we've hit the end of the road. This is literally, this is the last month. Like, no more excuses, fractals, weird shift arounds. There's literally nothing left. You know, you might even ask as well, Somi, does that mean we're going to get like a big capitulation because everyone needs it to go up that month? Look, man, firstly, they're capitulating now. Secondly, we just had an $8 billion wipeout. A lot of the people are on leverage, friends. Just to let you know, a lot of people, like, they're on a lot of leverage and they don't really believe. So we could be wiping them out now. We'll see how it goes. The only way to make it is to believe. There's literally no other way. Many try but ultimately fail. Harden your nuts. This is all the hot chicky babes, the bear babe. Look at this, friends, little Bobo bear that conquering out here. So yeah, man, you haven't come this far to just give up now. But also, like, let's just see let's just see the next 4 weeks. Like, are we gonna hit March 5th? And I'm saying, okay, it's literally this time is different now. Like, this has never ever been like this. But also, like, we've only got like 3 or 4 green weekly, 3 or 4 candles for altcoins to make a move. So like, how far can they possibly move in the next 4 weeks by like March? Like, are we gonna like do this big shock up move up? I don't know. But I'm just like, I'm not that hopeful, man. Look at this. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it's okay. Like 4 green weekly candles. This thing was a big thrust up. So like, yes, that March one, I'm not joking, man. That was literally Ethereum. I think I forgot. Ethereum went like 2.2x in a day, Ethereum, and then it just kept going. So we'll see, man. Maybe Ethereum's going to surprise us, and ETH BTC is going to do like, literally going to do the flash pump and just like this big reversal shock up. So we'll see. I made this boast a bit earlier. Is Richard Heart a narcissist? You hear these terms out here, and I just want you to know, friends, the PulseChain community, remember, we've got a lot of KOLs and everyone out here. They're the lifeblood of the community, and they're unpaid. So all the people who when they throw out words about any KOL, like, oh, Vitalik drinks too much soy and Richard Hart's a narcissist, they're almost like, yeah, it's like, they're just descriptions, but they don't really tell you much about where the things are ultimately going. Because, you know, if Vitalik's drinking soy today, he can stop drinking tomorrow. Yeah. Also, if Richard is a narcissist, what people claim, if he is a narcissist, he can do stuff that just stops tomorrow. He can. So, really what people are talking about is they're just their own, like, biases, okay? Obviously, when I say Vitalik drinks soy, it's kind of like we're having fun, right? Because we know the price is down. We know eventually we're going to go up, we're bullish. But also, narcissist, friends, is a cop-out word. I don't think he's a narcissist at all. I think people live in their own world so much that they think that when he speaks, they're looking at everything from their own perspective, but you should be looking at it from a guy who's trying to control messaging to 250,000 people. Richard speaks for like the future. So he's like speaking like, oh, I've got 250,000 people. I would like one day to have 25 million people listening. So I'm going to speak as if they're... Sometimes you have to use different types of truths in terms of like, you can't be completely direct because then you piss people off too much. But it's also, he's got to communicate to people who aren't the brightest tools because they're the people who need the help the most. The people who get scammed, they're the ones who need the help the most. Okay, so you got to speak to them out here. Like when he says, man, do your best to try avoid trading. Like we have this rotator who recently, fans, this was an Inc was $1.80. Remember, it started shooting up even more before that. This guy, this big account, I think it's one guy, just rotating heaps of hex into buying Inc. And then Inc was up that first 40%. Just showing the price up here. This was earlier. Okay, so this, yeah, obviously we got up further than that. But I think with the inflation cut and so you have Richard Hart has made hex the better Bitcoin. It's inflation, friends. It's basically got like an aggressive Bitcoin halvening, a super fast one. Yes, it was happening fast over time, quite fast compared to Bitcoin, but like he accelerated it. Now the inflation got chopped hard. Now the future yields more scarce. It's hard to get. Also, Inc with the greenest logo, man, its inflation got a super negative one. Now you got to think about, Somi, why did Richard cut the inflation in something that was only 100 million market cap at the time? And I think it's incentives, friends. He wants people to remove their liquidity from PulseX V1. He wants to make it thinner. Yeah. So instead of like there were people who you needed that incentive yield that was giving you like 10 or 30% yield or whatever before. Now it's only 1 to 3%. So now there's no incentive to sit there in the liquidity pool. So now it's easier to pump up more. That's generally what we're kind of expecting as we go up further out here. Here's Charles Cuckinson. He said Richard Hart should be jailed and that PulseChain is uninteresting trash. Do you know what I say? Soy boys are about to get mogged. Shout out to Mr. Shill Gates. Shilzy, he went and he spoke to Charles Cuckinson on Twitter Spaces, and Charles fans full of contradictions. It's just funny. He's like, he defends, say, CZ and Roger Ver and this other stuff, and he's like, oh yeah, nah, but Richard's a real criminal. Yeah. You guys, you're in a cult, dude. Bro, look, man. Say what you want. Chuck Cuckinson, say what you want, dude. That's your opinion. You know you're a little bitch. You were preaching decentralization from day one. In fact, friends, Cardanzo was made slower than Ethereum to honor the decentralization and the nerdy aspect of like proper stuff. Okay? It was done slow on purpose. What happened though after that? What happened is Gary Gensler and his clown nose declared Cardanzo security, got crushed. Then he decided to make peace. Charles Cuckinson make peace with XRP. XRP hit 150 billion market cap. Yeah. And BNB is near 100 as well. So Charles Cuckinson bent the knee. He goes, oh, Ripple, I actually like your CBDC dystopian stablecoin that can be frozen and paused. By the way, friends, XRP chain, they made an update. Now they can actually rewind the chain. They can actually just rewind stuff. This defeats the whole purpose of being a blockchain, bro. Like if you can just rewind stuff, okay, well, what's the whole point? Just go use the bank. You see, so basically that's what XRP fans, it is a meme army. It's like they believe Bitcoin's a future, kind of, but not the anarchy part. They just want to be cozying up to the government stuff out here, which is okay, man. Hope it punts. But yeah, too much soy. Way too much soy there. And also, friends, I don't mean to be racist at all. Okay, but look, I'm just going to say the truth. PulseChain did more volume than Cardanzo. PulseChain did $138 million of volume today. And if I go, look, where's Cardanzo? Going. Oh my God, bro. You're so far down here. You're next to Starknet. What? Come on, dude. How much volume did you do? 4.8 million. Dude, it's not even... Snack? You want to see a real snack, huh? I'll show you a real snack. That's a family-friendly show. I was talking about the rainbow snakes, the lollies. Oh, bro, where's your activity, dude? How is the jailed fat Richard Fart chain uninteresting, the cult, in a derogatory term? How is that chain doing 30 times more activity than you? Still, whilst gatekept, whilst Somi tweaks his nipples every day. How's that happen, man? How's that happen? It means there is something interesting here, okay? And you're going to be my friend still, okay? Look, we're here, friends. Look, we're here to catch friends and be nice, but we're not here to be weak, okay? If you are going to try to FUD a chain community, a whole community, based off the premise that soy is good for the world, we're not standing for it. Incentives tokens, inflation was cut by 10x. The PulseX yield funds were bonked. Ink is now extra scarce. Hex yield is harder to get. As I mentioned before, the ramifications coming up now, friends. It means like, makes you think. Well, look, when would it be worth it to provide incentive again? It would be worth it to provide the liquidity again. It would be worth it at about $20. $20 Ink. 15 to 20 bucks. So it's about, 7x to go. So 10x from the point, because he dropped it by 10x. Okay, put it up about 10x. It was pretty much on like the baseline of what you would want to do in terms of like what you would like accept. These are like the yields, friend. The yields went really, really, really low. Look at this, like 0.82%. Wow, yeah, the inflation got cut hard. That's going to be cranky G. Now, you might ask, how much yield would get, how much liquidity would get rugged? At what point is the market going to adjust? Well, what happens is, friends, the market will probably go and find a fair point until when it's worth it again, because the inflation got by, which probably means like of all the liquidity, I'll check it now. You can have a squeeze here. So PulseX Pulse, so this had 40 million. See, friends, look at the liquidity tab here, 40 million here, out here. And then the PHEX Pulse was 17 million, Inky 23, 30 million. So see these yields, they might adjust to where it's like worth it for the market. Like, what do you think is like, basically what they would accept, you know, which means like there's too much money in there and it's oversupplied. The yield ain't worth it, right? So that 40 million, maybe, friends, it goes down to like, I don't know, like 10 million. That's big, because then this yield will go up to like 5 or 6%. But even then, that's not even worth holding, because you're not going to get compensated with the impermanent loss if you join it in now and then you do it, because PulseX, friends, is just, it's like PulseX to pulse ratio is going up. It should be okay. You're not going to lose a lot or anything, because it's all Richard Heart Spirit. It's all the same thing, you know, pretty much. But I'm just showing you as well. But Hex and Pulse, see, there's 17 million here, man. Like, maybe half of this gets removed, 8 million. So definitely, friends, if you remove, think about this, if you remove 20 million here, okay, that's poop yield. 20 million here, that yields shocking as well. Let's just do 20 million here, 8 million here. This is bad as well. Maybe like 10 million here and then 10 million here. So what's that? That's about 40 million total. So divided by 2 to get the number that you got to deal with, 20 million. So basically, if that works out and adjusts, we might find that now Richard needs $20 million less to make it go 4x, or just a lot less money. It's easier basically to pump up. But we'll see what happens. I saw some people mention those Rectum Michelle's wallets started moving around out here. But yeah, I guess we'll see how everything kind of like plays out from this moment. Like I mentioned, right, we might be ready for a big pump in the next few months. While thinner liquidity in the liquidity farms, the price becomes more volatile. In a bull market, it makes it easier to push the price up. And I explain it here. If there was $50 million on one side beforehand, you only need 50 million to make it rise 4x. But now if everyone pulls it and you only have 30 million now you only need 30 million to make it go 4x. So pretty much, friends, it's pretty much Bruce preparing like to pump it up for the highest numbers and stuff out here. Also, friends, I want to show you something. This is going on in crypto right now. It's kind of poopy. So Kanye West has been approached with a $2 million deal, but they wanted him to rug a coin. And they said, don't worry, the post will be deleted after, and you will just say you got hacked. Okay, so there's evil scamming scum out there. I say capital punishment for these pathetic people. But he goes, Kanye, I was proposed $2 million to scam my community. Those left of it, I said no, and stopped working with their person who proposed it. So this is Kanye, obviously, is like the way he tweets, he's lost the plot. X promotional contract. You get 750 grand up front. You get 1.25 million paid to you 16 hours after your post. Your post must stay up for 8 hours. It is promotion of a fake yay currency. After the 8 hours you may post, my account was hacked. The post was not me. The company asking you to do this will be scamming the public out of tens of millions of dollars. That's what they'll pretty much be doing. Because Kanye's got like 30 million people out here. That's why they really believe like he could get a coin up to like, you know, 200 million market cap. It would do like $30-40 million of volume in that day as a trade. That's why they know that $20 million of volume a day, if he launches it, everyone will be in there. Yeah, so he's disguised as a hack, right? Kanye West, this is intended to scam using pump funds, swirl down a JPEG trash. Tells you most celebrities and KOs launching a coin fence. When they delete it and they go, oh, sorry, I got hacked. Okay, that's just, you got to be careful. Shout out to Leroy. The real insult to Kanye was being offered $2 million. Kanye burns through that in a few days. So yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, like that's what they probably thought he could do. He could probably get like 200 million market cap with like $30-40 million of volume. So they could sell like, maybe they could sell $5 to $10 million worth, pay him $2, and he gets that split.